The peasant is excited to be on his journey towards self-improvement. I'm going to fix everything in my life. I'm going to have my dream body, get my dream girl, build my dream business, and have my dream life. So he gets to work, diving full force into trying to improve all of these areas all at once. Here comes the king. The king also wants to build his dream life. And on his path to doing so, he decides to pick one area that's going to get him closer to this life. He decides to build his dream body. So he works tirelessly at this one goal, day after day, putting the work in, locking in his diet and his workouts. The peasant tells the king all of these things he's doing to work towards his goals, and he laughs when the king tells him he's only working on his fitness right now. However, 6 months later, the king has made massive improvements towards his fitness goals, while the peasant has been spread way too thin and ended up only being able to put minimal effort into any of his vast goals and has seen virtually no progress in any of them. And now that the king is 6 months into just picking this one goal, and he has his diet and his exercise dialed in, he's freed up to pick another area of his dream life to focus on improving. Now it's important to realize that you are one of the people in this story, but which one? My name is Logan, and on this channel, I help you realize that you are the king. And as such, it's time to kill the peasant mindset and be the king that you are. So look, your focus is your biggest weapon in any endeavor and in any self-improvement venture you set out on. And you need to learn to protect it and utilize it. And that's what I'm going to teach you how to do right now. Because there's one huge mistake that absolutely tanks your focus and leaves your mind bankrupt. And that is spreading yourself too thin and trying to accomplish all of your goals all at once. Guys, you need to understand that the peasant mindset is always right there lurking in the background, just waiting for the opportunity to jump in and take control of some part of your life. And the crazy scary part is, the peasant mindset is actually very good at disguising itself as the king. And what we're talking about today, trying to take on way too much all at once, is a perfect example of that. And it's something that actually happened to me just recently and lasted for months. I had the peasant mindset convincing me that I was actually doing all the right things, trying to work towards all these goals all at once, going full force, trying to be a beast software engineer, trying to post on all the social medias, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you name it. I'm trying to post there so I can help all you kings out. So trying to put out 3 full-length YouTube videos a week across 2 channels, 5 reels/TikToks. Meanwhile, creating a coaching program and an online course so again I can reach more of you kings and help you guys out. And trying to build all the business skills necessary to do this, marketing, sales, email lists, etc. And honestly, the list just goes on with everything that I was trying to accomplish these past few months. And here's the really important thing that you need to get. All of these things are amazing in isolation. On the surface and on their own, it makes complete sense that I would be wanting to make progress in all of these areas. But guys, everything I was doing started to suffer. I wasn't posting consistently on social medias or YouTube. I wasn't able to get into my Instagram DMs nearly as much to provide one-on-one value. My business skills and sales and marketing were growing at a snail's pace. And why? Bro, it's because the peasant mindset was sneaking in as an imposter, acting like the king, making me think I was doing the right things, and all the while just destroying my focus. And I need you to get this point because the chances are that you're likely being attacked by this trap right now, or you will be attacked by it in the very near future. But you need to see it for the trap that it is. It's a trap. If you want to make real progress on your self-improvement, you need to niche down in your focus. They always talk about the niche down concept in regards to business, but it's actually true for your focus as well. Pick one thing that you want to absolutely crush and focus on it and dial in and get it locked down. And chances are you probably know what that one thing is that you need to start with. The one thing that's going to give you massive improvement is probably screaming inside your mind right now. There's an amazing book by James Clear called Atomic Habits. And in that book, he talks about how he realized that his one thing was writing. So he started putting massive focus and massive effort into that one thing. Before that, he was spending a ton of time posting on social medias, Facebook in particular, and trying to market himself. And what he realized is, while that was good to post on these social medias and market, it was pulling himself from his most important task, which was writing. So he stopped, put those things on hold, and just focused on writing. And what happened? He produced more, sold more, had more success than ever. And so even though it felt like in the moment that he was doing less, he was doing more of what actually mattered. And so for you, follow the same format and figure out what is that one thing that you need to do more of in your life right now to improve. Maybe it's fitness. Maybe you want a healthy lifestyle or a dream body and you keep finding yourself stopping, starting. Maybe it's your relationship with God. You're feeling further and further away from Him and you realize it's because your prayer life is lacking or you're not getting into your Bible enough. Whatever it is, cut back on everything else and just lock in on that one thing. So for me, right now, it's creating content. I need to be consistently creating content to add value to the lives of all of you kings every single day. I can't afford to slack on this. You guys are too important to me, and I have to be able to share what I know with as many of you as possible. And look, I understand that implementing this can feel like a huge setback. It's like you were making progress in all of these areas all at once, and now you gotta cut back. But here's the beauty. You're not quitting those things. You're not saying improving in those areas isn't important and you're never gonna do it. You're making a smart decision and you're saying, I need to just put those on pause for now so that I can nail my one thing that's gonna propel me further than anything else. And guess what? Over time, as you really start to lock that one thing in, you'll actually start to free up the capacity to work on other things as well. And it's the same for me. I am going to create the coaching program and the online course and become a great entrepreneur who understands the ins and outs of marketing, sales, investing. I know I'm going to do all of those things. But right now, I need to focus on getting the message out to all of you. I need to help you on your self-improvement journey by coming to you with free content all the time. I need to build a system around it so I can produce it faster and more easily and take all the knowledge that's in my head and put it out into the world so I can provide value to as many of you as I can. And once I have a system and things are taking off, I can build a team around it. And my capacity for other areas and other endeavors will increase along with it. And that'll be great. But look, I really believe that we need to minimize our distractions. We don't need to try to do everything all at once and do it halfway. We need to do one thing and go all in all the way. So get rid of the distractions that are disguising themselves as opportunities. And you'll be much further on the path to reaching your potential than if you try to do everything all at once. And one final note, as you're making the decision to scale back and dial in your focus, don't for 1 second be worried about what other people might think. So I know that there are probably people that you told that you're gonna work on this or work on that or any one of the extraneous goals that are living outside that one goal that you've decided on for yourself. Don't worry about what they might say about you scaling back on what you decided to do. They might call you a quitter. They might call you scared. They might not understand that this is truly the best thing that you can do for yourself. And that's okay, because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to figure out how to best make progress. And you're the one that's gonna live with the results or the lack of results. So don't worry about them, man. Let them talk and say whatever they're gonna say. But for you, the best thing you can do is find that one thing, put the blinders up to all the rest, and go for it. Look, King, if you got any value from the video, drop it a like, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you in the family. And if your one thing happens to be getting better at communicating and connecting with people, I made a video on that topic as well, so I'll link it right here. Definitely go check that out. And now it's time for me to serve as your reminder. Always put the work in. And from there, leave it in the hands of the one true King. Stay kingly.